Okay.
All G.I. Joe Collectors Club members will see this amazing toy.
Okay, so if you're a member of G.I. Joe Club, I guess you get to see this Sky Striker thing. So do I dare break down and join just so that I can see a picture of a toy that I want?
No.
You'll have to go to JoeCon.
No,
to
bad
justify
Kilby.
A bad kill.
But no, I mean, you get exclusive toys, just like you
Bad
get.
Kilby. No.
I thought about joining anyway.
No.
Kilby, I'm going to have your wife come in and hit you on the nose with a rolled up newspaper if you don't stop.
Roll of newspaper, nothing with that hot Rodimus toy there. That's,
So we get launch of the new line on, May 16th? So, Dark of the Moon toys. So that's interesting. So we'll have to wait a little while. So how do all these people get these that they put them on YouTube? How do they get the toys so early? Do they have some sort of agreement with Hasbro to show those?
or are they thievery thievens?
Nice.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay, let's see.
I need to better leverage the three PCs I have on this desk. So that's exactly what I'm doing.
I like that you have so many that you can't even actually count them correctly.
Well, I have 6 screens on the desk, so.
Wow. What a professional. What a professional. So they've confirmed MechTech is just the standard toy in the line. MechTech is just kind of, I guess, a given.
It's the
Mech Tech's
unified
Deluxe Voyager and Universe size class.
So Roadbuster is the green NASCAR wrecker. We've seen these, but again we get confirmation that they're called wreckers, but we've known that.
Isn't that sad these days? Most of our responses, but we've known that.
It is.
Yeah, it's not the same as it used to be. There's so many. They have to preempt everything. So.
To be fair, most of the stuff that we know this week is because they made official reveals of it already. More and more now, it's because they've shown it to us rather than because someone stole it.
This is true.
Yeah, to a point.
Oh man, MechTech weapons interlock and pressing buttons move multiple parts on multiple connected pieces.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
That was made for me.
That sounds kind of cool. I'm still not going to buy any of them, but that sounds cool.
Really?
Oh, I will buy the shit out of these. I mean, I was looking at the pictures there, and it's like, as I'm not jaded and all anti-movie the way a lot of people are, although I look at some of these and it's like, I don't feel that I need another Bumblebee, Prime, Ratchet, Ironhide, whatever, but this MechTech thing is pushing my buttons.
Starscream with Darth Maul style blade weapons. Oh.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. So Transformers news. Right now they're showing Dark of the Moon stuff. So what we know that Dark of the Moon's coming out. If you're a member of the Transformers Club, you've already seen them because at BotCon on Twitter already said go and look, and we've looked and we've run down what they've shown. But what we really want to know is what are the surprises? Are we getting? We're probably not, like XV pointed out, getting the U.S. exclusive, the U.S. version of Rodimus or Hot Rod. But there are other things like Transformers Prime, and last year we were completely shocked by Dark Mount, and who knows what's going to pop up this year. So again, go to toynewseye.com. Peter and Jay are live blogging, constantly updating. So Toy News Eye, and just to see that. And again, we're gonna. What, Phil?
The Transformer Prime toys are there.
They're really okay. Awesome.
Yes, I tweeted that Associated Press. Let me find that for you guys.
Wow. Okay.
Let's see.
Okay. Lots of stuff going on. What else? Man, I really want to join the Transformers Club now, though, so that I can see. The Joe Club, so that I can see that Sky Striker.
They don't offer 2 for the price of, or half off if you join both, do they? They don't do that kind of thing, do they?
That'd be a good idea, though.
Something.
Yeah,
Hey,
half off.
BotCon guys, think about that for us.
Oh, I should be their marketing guy. Package deal.
Oh yeah, so so Associated Press.
If you join
stuff.
both, it's like $82 or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
If I went to if I were one prone to going to JoeCon or likely to go to JoeCon, I would. Believe me, but JoeCon's only been like close enough where I would consider going once, and I didn't. So.
Okay, so that the Mothra Optimus, like we were calling it before, apparently is 22 inches tall.
Holy crap!
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, did you guys see the other picture of that came around in the last day or so?
No.
I know.
Because I was, I think it was at the investor event that 2005 had pictures from the other day. Yeah, that suddenly, basically, I think that was just a bad picture we got of that earlier because at an angle, friggin' awesome.
So it's Ultimate Optimus. So it's not it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the Ultimate size class. So is it going to be $100 or is it just going to be $80?
But
80
I
is
heard
what we've
80.
heard so far.
So I guess
Wow.
he doesn't have electronics or something. He doesn't
I'm
play
sure
Whip
he
It,
does.
but he doesn't
He
play
must
Whip It.
have.
Oh wow.
It's our loss.
I still need to pick up Ultimate Bumblebee, one version of it. I haven't. I should
You
have got
probably really don't.
got it on clearance when it was $30.
Yeah, that's probably the only time you should get it.
Oh, there's a leader. We forgot. Yeah, Bumblebee. There's a Bumblebee in the leader class as well. They don't have pictures of him on the club, but then we'd heard and sort of seen something about that before.
Yeah. So this is what we've all been waiting for, is the Transformers event. So that's why we're less chatty than we have been. We're just sitting here watching the news refresh.
Yeah.
This is our life's blood. This is
Riveting. This is the real grown men looking at toys thing, and not even toys. We're just looking at text about toys.
yes.
Yeah, I think the chat is shocked by the 22 inches. Ha ha ha. News. And also, it brings up memories of Supreme Cheetor.
Oh my god.
They're not necessarily good
Oh,
memories,
let's
but
hope
hey.
that's not. Wow.
God.
Okay,
Supreme-
This is interesting. One of the people who worked on the Marvel team has moved over to work on Transformers now. And I guess has been involved with development of the Darker the Moon toys. Jerry Javoine, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. So I don't know if that might be part of why Darker the Moon toys are looking a little bit different than the previous two movie series are.
Oh hey, Shockwave. He transforms into a cyber tank.
Oh
Yeah.
boy! No,
Even official photography hasn't been
Man,
able to make that
shock.
look like anything.
no, no. Actually, Shockwave transformed into Revenge of the Fallen Megatron
Yeah, pretty much.
because of course, you need that basic shape and look again, but in purple this time.
Right. But hey, he's a Cyclops, so we're
Yeah.
happy-ish.
Let's see what else. Wait, what was that?
Oh yeah, the trailer, Ultimate Prime's trailer has lights and sounds and Peter Cullen's voice.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Remember when that got you excited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
those
Peter
were the
Cullen
days.
did, instead of just, oh yeah, here we go again.
Apparently, the Legends/Legion class all have C clips. So they
Yes,
need to be
I just saw that they all have the 3mm clip hands,
Really?
so you can
Oh,
attach
yeah.
your Legends class toys onto just about everything now.
Huh.
Okay, that's awesome. What
That
a
is kinda
seriously great way to have a play pattern, though. Just to make their hands be little clips.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
fantastic.
Yeah, that's
Great idea doing that universally at such a shrunken down scale. Oh, definite props for that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, if only they would release more like weapons to clip on,
There are well, I mean,
and
there
funny
are
hardware
still
like
quite a
Genesis
few,
speakers.
but
We need more
I
things
would
like
say that
Genesis
probably means-
speakers.
The chat brings up a good question. Are we
What?
going to have a roller since now we have a trailer?
I was wondering
Oh.
about that. Probably not.
Boy, talk about it. Give him Mouse a cookie, and he asked for a glass of milk. We finally get the trailer, and then everybody's like, "You know, it'd be really good. It'd be Roller."
Oh, no, see, there needs to be 2 rollers in the trailer that would form his roller skates.
Oh God.
God.
Well, the trailer goes for giant boots as well as wings.
Roller. Oh man, what's he gonna do? Go into a mine and get blown up or something? just to give him an excuse for being.
Oh, JD, Autobot Arc playset with Autobot roller.
Oh, my
wow.
God.
Man,
For serious?
our lives
Nice.
are complete. I can go blow
Yes.
my brains out now.
That's awesome. So we get a roller. So now that we have a roller,
Talk
is
about
Hasbro going to
ask
crack?
and we shall receive.
Is Hasbro going to crack down on all of the unofficial rollers that are out there?
Probably
No.
not.
I doubt it.
But the Arc is apparently a huge playset that folds open a lot.
What does that
And these
mean?
this is scaled to interact with the Cyberverse figures, so this will work with the Legends and the new Scout-sized figures. This display pattern.
That's
Well,
interesting.
you
I know that like stodgy, angry internet nerds are bummed out about the focus on play patterns and fun weapons and things that are entertaining besides articulation and complexity of transformation. But I am really on board for what they seem to be trying to do with Dark of the Moon. I mean, after the widespread acknowledgement of the complexity of Revenge of the Fallen's toys seem to inhibit children actually enjoying the toys that are made for them, I can only see this as a step in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, and especially with having an Arc playset. I mean, come on. When I was a kid, I had to have like my
That's a shoebox.
nearly missing all its parts Millennium Falcon like stand in for an Arc, you know. So now,
I had a shoebox.
I
mean,
wish I'd
that's
thought of that when I was a kid.
yeah. So
See,
I mean,
well, it seems like Dark of the Moon and Prime are finally delivering on the concepts that people wanted from animated, like human figures and play sets that these little figures could work with. Who didn't want some kind of Sumdax Lab playset with a giant Megatron head with Corey Burton sound bites, and you
Oh,
you're sorry,
that would've
and
been
you're,
awesome.
you're sorry, and you're
And here.
oh, well, yeah, literally. Well, I don't know if anybody ever actually expressed a desire for that, but I did. But people were always asking about what the possibility of animated human figures were, and we're getting the Prime kids in figure form. So it seems like,
We're
hey,
getting
they
role-
do listen. They're
we're-
just doing it a bit late.
We're getting role play weapons. So the Optimus Nerf gun, again, we mentioned that before, but that's pretty awesome. So go to tformers.com for the live blog for the Transformers stuff. Jay and Bleebum are working on that diligently now, and just keep going and refresh. And as soon as this is done, we'll actually recap with some sort of real analysis instead of, with the bated breath that we're doing this with now.
You
Instead of
implying we're
adults
not
freaking out at
analytical?
toys.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like a new use for the word GoBots, which is interesting.
You know what?
Cars
You know what GoBots we need?
the cars stand up, arms move, head wobbles.
We need GoBots, like real GoBots, like machine robo GoBots. That's what we need.
yeah.
Sorry.
No.
Aw, man.
But yes, and by yes, I
No.
mean no.
Apparently, they're going to be selling masks of Prime and Bumblebee that are lead classes.
Yeah. We talked about that on RFC this week. That's kind of weird and awesome, but mostly weird.
Yeah.
I swear, I'm like, it's like I'm learning to speak lag. This is awesome.
It's just like asking people to get beat up, I guess, at the midnight showing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, you put this on when you get in your seat. We're just saying.
Okay, so if I bring my own 3D glasses, will they give me money off the ticket?
No. They will never
No,
do
they
that.
won't. They'll look at you like you're a nerd.
Yeah.
So are we going to do, I was thinking about doing like maybe taking a day off like right after to do like a big review or big thing about the movie. Is anyone up for that?
That's a long time from now. I can't even think about
Yeah,
it.
I have not even made any plans for the movie yet.
You don't have a job, XV.
Wow. I have, like for the Revenge of the Fallen, I got together with a group of fans in the area,
Hey,
and we
Mickey.
all, hey Mickey and some others, we all met up at the theater, so I don't know if we're
That's
gonna
true.
try something like that again.
And you tried to
so-
get me to go too. I should have gone. That would have been.
You
awesome.
you really should have. You could have sat there for 2 hours with us while we waited for a table at Chili's.
They mentioned BotCon. I don't know in what capacity. Man, I'm looking forward to BotCon.
Someday I will go to a BotCon.
Same
You
here.
should go this year.
Yeah, you should go this year.
Wow, that was a fiery response.
I wish I could get fiery about it, but it's a movie year. It's going to cost the earth.
What do you think of the Stunticon set?
I'm all for it. Yeah, I'll be getting that. I know a guy who's going, so I can get a set. I don't know. Well, I mean,
Just one guy. You only know one person that's going.
I know somebody who lives locally, so I won't have to pay any postage to get the set. I'll get it at cost.
Oh, here we go. Transformers Hall of Fame Round 2 is in the works.
Ooh, okay. Thank
Yeah.
God they haven't forgotten
Best
about
part
it.
of BotCon last year.
I loved that. That was fun. That was totally fun.
I think I'm looking at the wrong page.
Yeah, go to T-Formers.
I am at T-Formers, but I don't see that.
Well, then look at Twitter.
Guess I need to.
Deluxe Wave 1 of the
Yeah.
Prime toys is going to be Bumblebee and RC.
So do we? I wonder if.
It'll be in late fall.
So is it going to be a Transformers Prime series, or is it going to be a subset of the generic Transformers series, or what? Do we know?
It has not specified.
I
that
will
much.
ask Peter.
Starscream is also in Wave 1.
Man, it's really exciting. Those toys look great. Hasbro has just come a long way in the last 10 years in design. Of course, it's great that Hasbro is designing this stuff and, not Takara. Otherwise, we get crap like Car Robots.
Or
Oh, come on.
Hot Rod.
Yeah,
Behave
or-
yourself.
What an entertainment.
What, Phil?
There's an entertainment coming in the fall. What the heck is an entertainment pack?
That's
That's
probably
pack
the
with
Prime
and
Megatron
Megatron and the
with
kids.
That makes sense.
the one I
That makes
effectively
sense.
call custody
Yeah.
battle because we're fighting over the kids.
That's awesome.
Prime is not part of Generations.
Ah, that's okay. Neat.
So yeah,
It's its thing
maybe
on
that
its
still
own, I
means
guess.
maybe that still means we'll get a Generations RC, but probably not.
That doesn't say it's not part of the nameless gold box Transformers line.
Yeah, right now we just
Because are
don't.
we really going to have 3 separate things happening? I don't see it happening again.
Yeah, well, I mean, you just said again. I mean, it's happened.
Yeah.
I know it has happened, but what happened? One of those died, and the other one got folded into something else. One of those you couldn't get retailers to stock, so we didn't get a bunch of toys off the tail end.
My video back to the other videos. Laggy.
Oops.
No, it's just like 5 or 6 seconds laggy, so I can actually pull the stuff up.
Okay, let's see what else.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got confirmation on the entertainment pack, so it includes a DVD, Prime, Megatron, and the kids.
So I wonder what DVD. I guess it's the show.
The Generations line will continue,
Probably
but nothing new to
5-parter.
reveal today.
Ah.
But
Well,
what's
at least it's
important is it
continuing,
will-
right?
That's the
Yes.
important thing.
Yes.
I can do without new toy reveals.
Yeah.
That's what
That's
BotCon is for. So
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah. Plus, Toy Fair is where they're supposed to show off their
big,
big
stuff.
push
Yeah.
stuff.
This
So
is
the
for
store-
retailers. It's for investors.
Yeah,
So I guess
BotCon-
whenever they say today, they do mean this weekend. Like, we'll not be seeing that at all this weekend.
that is my impression. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The Dark of the Moon street date is May 16th. I don't know if we knew that.
Yeah, we
before.
mentioned that. Yeah.
And of course, we already knew the movie hits July 1st.
How
Really
many
doesn't-
days is that?
Who cares?
176, I think.
I think it's 138. Mhm.
Oh, was it 138?
I don't
He's
know
just
how I
making-
know
He's
that.
just making up.
I don't know how I know that.
He's thinking of
Couldn't-
Danzig.
Oh, God.
Okay, so I guess that sounds like that's probably the bulk of the.
Hmm.
So, John,
I'm
what's,
partially relieved, frankly. I always feel very overwhelmed around the time of Toy Fair. trying to
There
process
is
all the
kind
new
of-
information.
There's so much
This
stuff.
sort of
all
thing
in-
really helps me.
It's all in the space of like 15 minutes too, so it's hard to absorb everything all at once.
But whenever the fan club has it all laid out for you in 6 deep grids, and then the few primed, I'm not even joking.
Yeah,
I genuinely find it hard to keep track of it all sometimes. So being on here even just helps.
So, John, how's the chat reacting to all of this?
I mean, positively. I think overall positively. Let me see a couple things that came out of the chat room. Of course, the Prime toys. I think everybody's excited for those. Everybody thinks that they look good. I haven't heard anybody else outside of the chat, in the chat or otherwise, really say a bad thing about the Prime toys. I don't know. I think they look good. I think everybody agrees that they don't look bad in any major way. And then the other thing is, of course, the Ultimate Prime. There's a lot of reaction, a lot of discussion on Butterfly Prime, Madam Butterfly, whatever you want to call him.
Mothra Prime. That's what.
Yes, Mothra. Yeah. And the price. So I don't know. Do we know the price on Ultimate Prime for sure, or are we just using
I
history?
thought it was 80.
Yeah, what we got so far is $80.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's okay. I think some people in the chat room were afraid that he was gonna go over 100, but luckily, I guess that doesn't sound like that's the case.
It's probably not as mechanically involved as like Devastator was. There's probably not an eating gimmick.
Oh, I forgot about
It would
Devastator.
be great if there was. No, I'll tell you what I really want the unifying theme for Dark of the Moon to be. Give me your face, where the Ultimate Prime toy can take the face of any other toy in the line.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
No, but that's
in
what I-
2009, actually.
Nice.
Well, because when
apparently
you
they're getting a.
Prime and the ultimate example of Moon
What, John?
Prime, it is your face.
John, what were you saying?
Absolutely, it's the best. It's the best. It's the best character trait Prime's gotten, frankly, in years. Let's be honest. So they're also getting a preview of a Prime episode.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they're getting scraplets, I guess.
Yes, the scraplets.
Nice.
Okay,
And
so
Bulkhead screams like a
apparently-
girl in that episode.
And apparently Generations will continue at least through the end of this year.
Yeah, that's good. That probably means we'll get at least,
Yeah.
I don't know, what, a couple of repaints, maybe something, at least more.
Hopefully our generic Junkion, for one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's
They'll
repaint
stretch it
everybody.
out with some interesting. Yeah, there's still some stuff. There's still some stuff to get through. Well, I mean, stores like Entertainment Earth and how many waves do we know of left in Generations?
I
it
think the next
three?
announced wave is Wave 8, which is the one with Warpath.
Okay. So yeah,
And then I-
still go.
I was just going to say that I guess we are done with the reveal the shield gimmick, since nothing's been mentioned about that so far.
And I was done with that gimmick anyway.
Yeah, in like
I-
87.
Just nothing new has been done with it, so.
I mean, there's nothing new to do with it. I mean, it was the whole point. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. There's other people who know this better than me, but the whole point of that was just for copyright purposes, right? It was to distinguish like actual Transformers from like the other transforming toys that were out at the time. It was like a trademarking gimmick, was it not?
Well, a branding gimmick, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say
necessarily
more,
for legal
I would say more
purposes.
branding than trademarking.
Yeah, branding. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so that's kind of pointless at this point.
And it's not like we haven't gotten rub signs again since then either.
Yeah, they
Beast
were on the
Wars-
original classics, weren't they?
And Beast Wars had them for at least a year.
Yeah. So
I just had some of the classics out for the latest review I put up on figureviews.com. And I do have to say that the reveal the shield rub signs work a little better than the older ones do. They start changing color faster.
And they last
That's-
longer.
And they last longer. So whatever chemicals in there, they improved the formula, but that's about the only change.
Well, yeah, and with the new rub signs, I like that there's no edges on them. But
yeah,
at
that
the
is
same,
nice.
At the same time, the Bumblebee I got not only has its rub sign applied off center, but the symbol in it is printed off center additionally.
Oh,
So there's a couple different levels of fail in that one example.
I don't know.
yeah.
My
It'd be nice if
my
they canceled each other out, though. You know,
They
it's
don't.
off to
They make each other worse.
my
Oh,
my
dear.
reveal the shield jazz. Like I had to sit there and work on it for like 10 minutes to finally get the symbol to show up on it.
Maybe you're just a frigid man, JD.
It's possible.
Possibly. I don't know.
Blood
was like
ice.
I was like a 13-year-old just going to town on the thing, and it wouldn't change for me.
Weird. For me, I just pressed straight down. It worked, so.
Okay.
Maybe I need to work on my rub sign technique then.
You just need to quit doing it so many times a day, and it'll work better.
Yeah.
I mean, I am
You're
getting hair on
over-rub
my
signing.
palms. Is that bad?
Nice. So apparently, the Hasbro team was up on stage and they acknowledged that they look at fan sites and they're glad fans love Transformers Prime for one.
I hope they look at our site.
So-
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, they should come lurk, not troll.
But
They should
look,
come lurk.
Lurk.
on
That's a
our
different
chat.
thing. Troll is
Yes.
more like what other
Troll
people
would probably
do.
be actually more entertaining.
Especially
But,
from Hasbro people, that would be very
yeah.
interesting.
Yes.
So yeah,
But not
like
professional.
the live blog at tformers.com. Pretty substantial information, and like Peter wrote, they're now currently in the QA. So we'll see.
Probably a spoiler there, I think, with the
Yeah, maybe I should move to something else.
Prime thing. Oh, it's Q&A. so that's
Nice.
good. Yeah.
TigerPod28 in the chat room posted the original rub sign commercial.
Oh, awesome!
Oh, I love
Everybody
that
to
one.
see.
You
That's
gotta
fun.
love old Transformers commercials.
Apparently we do. We're always shoving it into our show.
Yeah.
Yeah. That commercial also features Black Helmet Megatron. It's awesome.
Yeah.
That needs to make a comeback too.
Yeah, why don't you got to put that in the show this week, Kilby.
Which one?
The old rub sign one, this one that
Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it this coming show. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
you've
dude,
got pizza.
wasn't there
What?
one with the little mini ones, the mini bots?
Mini spies.
Yeah.
Yeah, the spy bots or whatever.
Yeah, there was a commercial about. I used that commercial actually.
That's the great one where they're like, "What is it?" and dust it off.
I used that for a reveal for the reveal the shield stuff.
Okay,
That's
so
awesome.
maybe while we're waiting for more information to come in, we could go ahead and run down the toy news that we've had in the last few minutes.
Okay.
Someone who's me,
Who wants-
Someone who isn't you. Nice.
because I haven't been paying attention.
Well, we can just recap the live blog that Toy Fair that T-Formers has been running so well.
Build
the
a block
last
Transformers.
hour or so.
Yay.
Yeah. So we've got the Creo, not Lego Transformers. They look pretty good. Let's see here. New initiatives that will be available in the construction aisle, so in the Lego aisle, so to speak.
Which just
Yeah, no
happens to be
Shirley,
the
I'll bet they shelve them next to the Transformers.
Yes. Product innovation, quality bricks, Hasbro's best friends. Let's see. The bricks will be compatible with Lego.
Really?
Transformers first brand. Yeah, I guess
Was
there's no
built- was
reason they can't be.
Was
I
Built
guess.
to Roll compatible with Lego? I don't
Yeah,
know. It was.
they were.
I think
Yeah,
so.
they were.
Oh well, I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were. So Transformers will be the first brand with 12 sets this year. So wow, that's a lot for the first year. So Bumblebee will have over 300 pieces for reference.
Wow.
Well, Bumblebee will
there's,
have over 300 sets.
Yeah.
These are going to be pretty expensive, judging by these part
Yes.
counts.
Absolutely. Prime will have 500 pieces. How about that? And the trailer can be built as a battle station. Let's see here. Among some other ones, Ratchet, Starscream, Skywarp, 2 motorcycles. Interesting. Rescue bots. So let's see. Rescue bots will feature new transformations. I think Rescue bots are, correct me if I'm wrong, the successor to Robot Heroes, kind of.
Yeah.
But they actually have transformations like a pull-out ladder, or for a fire truck, automatic transformations, different play patterns.
I'm
They
really
will not
unclear
battle-
on
How does that make them the successor to Robot Heroes if they're?
I don't know. I guess
Normal
they
Transformer.
fill like on their spreadsheet, on their magic Excel spreadsheet. They fill the slot where Robot Heroes was. They
Yeah,
fit that
I kind of
profile.
I kind of get the Robot Heroes were to appeal to the younger kids with the cutesy or cartoony designs, and now they're replacing that with actual transforming toys.
Yeah, because
Yeah, but
here's
there's a
like
bunch
the
of those, bunch of different kid-targeted transformers. Pardon me for
Yeah,
talking
remember the
with my-
Go Bots?
Yeah.
yeah, it's true. But so I guess to XB's point, here's like a summary of what they are. So they're not battling the Decepticons; they're helping humans on their rescue missions, and they will
That's very
include.
Go Bots, actually.
Yeah, that's fair. That's probably what they're closest to, I guess, philosophically. So, Dark of the Moon, Transformers game. Dave from High Moon Studios talked about the game. They saw a trailer. It included Megatron, Starscream, Shockwave. It included, let's see, Bumblebee driving off a carrier and transforming. Something called, quote unquote, the ultimate battle is coming. They saw a little bit more of Bumblebee, and it will be launching on May 16th worldwide. So look
Now,
out
the
for
idea
that.
for this game is that it's a prequel to the movie. It's not like the past movie games where it's an adaptation of the movie story. This is actually supposed to be a prequel between the two films.
Which is
If
good.
I've read this
Which is
right.
probably good.
Yeah, that's not a
Makes it
bad
more
idea.
interesting. Mech Tech, we got more or less confirmation. Mech Tech is the standard gimmick. It's the standard trait in Dark of the Moon toys. So Deluxe Wave 1, you get a brand new Ratchet, a brand new Starscream. Ratchet has what T-Formers thought was a great weapon. I'm sure we'll see and hear a lot more about that. It's a saw. A saw comes out and it spins when you press a button. Starscream has two blades that can combine into a Darth Maul type weapon. And then we saw Roadbuster, Crankcase. Roadbuster will. These are two wreckers, by the way. I think is Crankcase a wrecker? I don't know.
I think so, yeah.
No, Topspin is definitely. So Roadbuster will have a clean look as opposed to the amp version that we see in the film. Apparently the version of the film is going to have all sorts of doodads and stuff on him, all sorts of weapons hanging off him. The toy will be a lot cleaner. Topspin, the Lowe's wrecker, Brian Kilby's favorite. He was shown with all his gear, all his stuff exposed, and he's apparently got a ton of weapons and ports available for more weapons that you can plug in. They saw Wave 1 Voyagers, which were basically Megatron. When you press a button, it will reveal the back of the tank in vehicle mode. So apparently, I guess in vehicle mode, the tank kind of expands, like as an action feature. They saw a new Voyager Ironhide. He's got ports for more weapons. A new Voyager Prime, again with ports alongside his vehicle mode. So there's probably a lot more play value in this kind of stuff. Let's see here. What else? Shockwave is Wave 2 Voyager. We've seen plenty of him. He transforms into a cyber tank. And then moving on to leaders, of course, the big leader is Sentinel Prime. His shield with rotor blade was shown. The back end of his fire truck does open and close for those who are worried. So you can close up the whole truck to make it a clean, kind of a solid look, but it unfolds for more action and play value. In fall, Ultimate Optimus Prime will be released again, 22 inches tall when combined with his trailer, and full butterfly action. Let's see here. His giant weapon has lights and sounds, and he has Peter Cullen's voice. Which we're all, happy to hear about. I guess certainly Peter is. It's another check for him. Human Alliance figures. Bumblebee with Sam, Skids with Alita 1, and Sergeant Epps. Let's see here. Spike Witwicky with Backfire. That's right, Spike Witwicky. Triple Changer. Basic Human Alliance figures. $12 for a Human Alliance figure, so it's a different price point. Ice Pick with Sergeant Chaos. Ice Pick is a snowmobile. Backfire with a character named Spiker. And Backfire is a three-wheeled motorcycle type thing. Let's see. Among other things, scrolling down, I don't want to go through the complete list because actually when you when you put it all on paper, we learned and saw quite a bit today. So I mean, they showed quite a bit of stuff for the coming year.
It's not quite done yet either. So
no. So it keeps on coming. But I mean, I think that's the gist of it. I mean, we got some other. They saw a Prime preview just a few minutes ago. Even BotCon got a mention, which is kind of neat for them, to the crowd. So, and then a little bit more on Dark of the Moon as far as the real 3D masks that you're supposed to wear while you watch the movie, and role play toys. Some including Nerf versions of Optimus Prime's weapons. So neat stuff. We really did learn a lot today.
Too bad none of them will be as cool as the Nerf Thor's hammer.
Yeah,
this is true.
No,
I do think it's interesting that
Call that on Fanboy Versus.
Hey, guys, hold on one sec. Let's take a quick break for station identification.
You're watching live coverage of Toy Fair 2011, brought to you by Radio Free Cybertron, tformers.com, and Entertainment News International.
Okay, so we're back. Sorry, I had to take a quick break to pay the bills, or to actually to restart the call.
To think about the bills.
whichever one
Yeah, so
you prefer.
see if you're watching the video, you see actually my hair's messed up, but you see that the computer here had to reboot, so technical issues. So it's not quite over. Okay, William says it's now over, so.
Almost and there.
Yeah, he said he's got to run. He said he's going to talk to us after he leaves, so he's going to call us from the train.
Oh, okay. When is that?
Like right here in a second.
Oh, okay. So soonish.
Yeah.
Terracons?
Those are the zombies.
Oh.
Well, good stuff. They did a good job.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to dissect. So as soon as Weebum's done here, we'll have him on, and then we may not make the entire 5 hours. So
It's all right.
We've hit a lot of stuff. This has been really good. So doing great.
Action packed.
I'm telling you. I mean, off-color jokes, good times. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that you expect from Radio Free
Well, it's
Cyber.
always the off-color jokes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah, I guess it's something that deserves mention. Sort of that GoBots, Activator GoBots, will see Bumblebee and Sideswipe. So the GoBot name gets dragged through the mud yet again for another year. And Generations will keep getting it, but apparently no new reveals today. So, and the chat brought up a good point about that. We still haven't seen a lot of the repaints that are implied by the instruction books. So,
Yeah, that's true. Well, and those may not be guaranteed, right? I mean, they made those heads in case they wanted to make them, but they may not actually put them into production.
that's true.
Well, they'll go into production at some point. It's just not guaranteed to be, when we remember they exist.
they may very well just go in the trash. I mean, those
They don't
heads.
have
Well, no, I mean they're on the toolings.
Yes.
They're not going to go anywhere.
Well, no, I mean,
I don't know. Do you remember Cybertron Scrap Metal had the extra head on its toolings, and it never got into mainstream release.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was something Takara specially produced for their own use.
Yeah, but they
It's
still
not something
spent
that was-
money modifying the mold and putting plastic in it. They're all the same prices.
Yeah,
worth of
but
resources.
Takara's nuts like that.
Hey, John, is your video up?
No, John stepped away for a minute.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
Intriguing.
See, there's always a reason.
I'm setting the video back up. Okay. So we are waiting on Weebum. Let's see here.
So,
So-
they're saying that in the show, Cliffjumper may come back, but it would be in flashbacks.
Darn it.
Mm.
There sadly is not planned to be any more zombie Cliffjumper.
They keep saying it, but I'm not buying it.
They got a whole 26 episodes for season 2. I mean, come on.
Zombies are huge now, so.
Yeah, that's very well. Yeah, I mean, just look at infestation. Yes, that's what that is. So, and hey, real quick, while we're waiting, tomorrow is 1 year anniversary of Fanboy Versus, which
Yeah, I actually checked. I'll tell you, it was the 8th of February.
But we're going with
Tomorrow.
You
missed a couple episodes.
Well, the anniversary hadn't passed when we recorded the last one, and it has passed now, so it could technically be either.
Yeah, it's like in the middle there, and I'll actually be on the show this time, so that'll make a little bit of a difference. So we'll have kind of a recap of the last year as far as the show goes, some of the changes and things that happened to the show, and then we'll have a really big announcement, something really exciting. So big and awesome that Triplet or Nicole don't actually know what it is yet. So, go me. But anyway, so you should tune in tomorrow, which is 4:30 Eastern time.
Yeah.
Or 9:30.
I always get that wrong.
Where I do.
None of us. Triplet's the only one that's in Eastern time that's on the show, and yet it's forced by the society that is East Coast dominated to try to remember what time that is. So
I suppose we'll also be covering the Super Bowl trailers and any.
Yes.
I mean,
not been a heck of a lot of other news this week, except for the big news surrounding the Fantastic Four as well. So we'll be talking about that. Oh boy, will we be talking about that? Yeah,
that's going to be a hot topic. Well, X-Men. We got X-Men First Class, Captain America, and a new Thor trailer. We had one before, but this was the first Captain America. So I didn't realize that First Class was coming out on June 3rd. For whatever reason in my head, it's coming out.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So what the heck with that trailer actually looking half decent?
I know, that's what I don't understand. Like, every picture we've seen, every indication of the movie is like, it's going to be bad. And then the trailer comes out and it's rocking awesome. I mean, even Amanda, my wife, this morning, we're like watching the trailer and she's like, that looks really good. I want to see that. I was like, I know.
So, what did you, not to spoil too much, but what did you guys think of the Captain America trailer?
I didn't even watch it.
I thought it was great.
Yeah,
I mean, amazing job on the CG as far as the pre-Super Soldier Steve Rogers look. I mean, straight out of the comic.
Well, maybe did they do it like Tobey Maguire did, where they filmed him early on, and then he worked out
way.
for.
I don't think Chris Evans has ever been that scrawny.
No, there's no way. I mean, they made him shorter. They made him scrawny. It was just
Any doubts that you'd be having about his ability to play this character do seem to get smaller and smaller with every new picture or bit of footage that you see of him in the role.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he looks good. Well, I mean...
And I was watching it as well. I was rewatching it, and I was like, obviously your attention is drawn to that and the half-second glimpse you get of the Red Skull. But my brother and I were looking at it, and we were squinting at it. And you could even see Dum Dum Dugan and Pinky Pinkerton in the back.
Oh, that's awesome.
Falcon Commandos are in it.
Yeah. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a good movie.
What about Nick Fury? What if Nick Fury's in it?
Nick Fury is not in it.
No.
I think probably taking the Avengers cartoon route where he's not really old and is just alive today.
It would be interesting if there was a Nick Fury in it and he was white. And you think I mean, how many times has Nick Fury died? Maybe he actually has died and he's just been replaced over and over again.
Yeah,
so
like
Nick Fury is more of a title than it is an actual person.
Yeah, exactly.
Like James Bond.
Exactly. Well, that's iffy. But
that's my personal canon for as much as I care about James Bond, which is not at all.
No, it's arguable. It's arguable. So hey, if you're watching, stay tuned in because we are going to have Weebum actually with like real honest to God eyewitness coverage. So stick around.
And hopefully a little bit after that, there will be some pictures starting to come in because the sites are getting admitted into the showroom right now.
Allspark has just announced that Leader Ironhide is in the showroom, a little larger than Sentinel and Bumblebee.
Wow.
Whoa. Oh, man.
They're also saying that the Leader and Deluxe figures are a little bit on the small side, probably because of the complexity of the parts.
I don't see that, frankly.
Yeah, it's probably just because of the cheapness of making smaller toys.
Oh, cheapness. Oh, it's full of cheap plastic. Why can't it be made of expensive metal and black?
Well, if half the plastic mass allotted to the toy is going into a huge mech tech weapon,
Yeah.
it's got to come from somewhere.
Complexity. It's because there's a big, awesome gun on it.
Yeah,
That apparently. Go ahead.
some people in the chat were saying they weren't thrilled with the mech tech idea, but like I said, it's the equivalent of G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra. You get this really nice action figure and a big goofy weapon which you can easily throw in a drawer and ignore if you really want to. So
Big goofy weapons will work a lot better with Transformers than G.I. Joe, though. I mean, the G.I. Joes can barely hold. I have a couple of Red Rise of Cobra things. They can't hold the damn things, They're sculpted with grooves for their shoulder or anything, but their friggin' arm doesn't bend that way.
yeah, but I chose to look at it as the price of admission for getting what were some really good action figures, those missile launchers notwithstanding. So I just went with it.
Hey, JD, you still there?
True.
No, he stepped away.
No, he stepped away for a second.
So we get that nice picture of JD, which I'll leave up. This is a good picture.
There you go.
Yeah, so Weebum should show up here in a minute when he's on the train. He'll tell us what went down.
Is he leaving right away?
He's already
after
left. He's gone. He looked around.
He's up
and
against
left.
the clock.
Yeah, he's gone. He had to catch the train to get home. So yeah, lots of neat stuff though. So I guess again the biggest news, of course, was it the hammer?
Yeah, Thor hammer.
Or was it
that's one we like.
Nerd
Striker.
Thor hammer.
It's a toss-up between the two, so it could be. It's one or the other.
I don't know if we can classify that as news since we called it on Fanboy Versus like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I mean, that's similar levels of awesome as the big foam Hulk fists to hit things with.
I never bought those.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
You seem like the guy that would have like 4 sets of them.
No, I will have Mjolnir. I admit I will have Mjolnir, but
The only thing I didn't like is that when they did the reboot Hulk movie, the Hulk hands they released with that were like fabric instead of solid foam.
Interesting.
Aw.
Kind of sucks. Kind of sucks.
Yeah, it did.
Hey, we had a few more like tidbits about TF Prime. Do you guys talk about that? I guess some of the writers shared a little bit about what to expect and what's going to happen.
So why don't you fill us in on that?
yeah, tell us what happened.
Sure. Okay, so apparently we're going to. If you want Zombie Cliff Jumper to come back, you're going to be disappointed. So the writers mentioned that they wanted to make it clear that Cliff Jumper is dead, like really, really, really dead, by doing
be the living dead.
zombification and chopping him to pieces. So he's gone. So sad.
They
So
keep saying it, but I'm not buying it.
sad. We're going to get zombie Terracon Transformers, as in they'll be called Terracons. Let's see here. One female Decepticon will show up. And there are other Transformers on Earth as sleepers. So
Who's going to bet Slipstream?
that's going to be a recurring
What do you
theme.
think? You really think so? Well, female. I mean,
Well, what's your other options? Black Arachnia?
well, there's all sorts of other characters they can pull out of their hat. Not
Like
going
Name
to.
one.
Yeah. Let's see. The animation team loves me,
Botanica.
and they will animate her doing far more than is in the script. So they were nice. Dark Energon, yes, next week. Dark Energon will be shown doing more than what's being shown currently, and other forms of Energon will be shown.
Red
they've got
Energon,
Green Energon and
silver.
Blue Energon, which will take away Bizarro powers.
Exactly.
And Gold Energon will take away their powers permanently.
Yep.
And
Awesome.
Get me some plaid Energon.
There's a 3-year arc in place. The end of season 1 will be huge, quote, as big as you can get. And I guess part of our planet's going to be involved. Let's see here. Not literally, just on the show, kids. Just on the show. And I think that's it. I think that's it as far as Prime stuff. So kind of
I
interesting there.
see it's been confirmed that there are no generations or reveal the Shield figures on display in the showroom.
That's right.
So that doesn't overly surprise me, honestly.
Is it disconcerting
No.
though? Does it concern us at all that we don't see anything?
Not really, because they have expressed their intention to continue it.
Yeah, well, I can express the intention to sprout wings. I mean,
Well, yeah,
I
and
think they'll probably proceed very carefully with it. We'll probably. I don't expect to see much in the way of new stuff in the Generations or Gold Box line now. I think we've got all we're going to get before the movie stuff hits. And
since, like,
then maybe
sorry.
Okay.
And like somebody said, since this is a show for retailers more than fans, that if they have any more Generations and Reveal the Shield planned for this year, BotCon would really be a better place to show it.
it would
Yeah.
be, but if they're wanting to sell them, I mean,
Yeah, I mean that was
Yeah.
the problem with animated, wasn't it? They couldn't get retailers to take the last few. Maybe push that stuff so that we get it instead of
Yeah.
crying about it 3 years later.
This is true.
No, anyway, that's just angry nerd rage.
Yeah.
I know. That's their product.
I'm sitting here trying to play with Rodimus without breaking it.
Good luck.
good luck.
Watch out there. Be careful. Be
I don't
careful.
know. I don't think he feels particularly fragile. It's just the clips in the legs that seem to be the ones that have been broken. And obviously there's the scraping on the spoiler, but I definitely like that toy a lot.
I want to.
You tried to.
Yeah.
I love the car mode. It's I have found nothing about him that makes me, throw him away in casual disgust. But I'm won over by his lovely magentaness.
I guess I'll get him someday, somehow. Hopefully, second run. Hopefully, Hasbro run.
Hopefully,
Hey, Brian,
Yes.
See, I never buy two of anything, but I think that if Hasbro did him, and they did him in the traditional toy Hot Rod Red, and they gave him Firebolt and he didn't have a trailer, I might buy him again. I like him that much.
And it didn't
yeah, I
fall
mean,
apart.
Because the
from
thing
what I've
about it
seen,
is-
I like him.
Right.
From what I hear, I
Without
don't.
the trailer, he
Afraid.
doesn't even transform into like a half trailer or anything. There's no missing fourth. If you excise the trailer from the toy, there's no like vestigial fourth mode or anything left over behind because you just
Deathy found a fourth mode.
Yes, he did.
Tried to think of a pithy response to that, but my own bile choked the words in my throat.
Oh man.
I don't know, something about his arse on a roadmap and finding, I don't know. Put those together and come up with something of your own involving Transformers.
Well, that was a fun little side trip.
Yes.
Oh, that's a priceless
times.
video.
Okay, hold on.
Good times. Hey, I'm seeing like in Twitter, there are a couple of places that are reporting on the size again of the Dark of the Moon toys, how everything's a little bit smaller than expected, and it must be more than just like a little difference, because like at least a couple of news feeds I'm reading have like a really negative first impression of the toys. Like they're really smaller than what they were expecting.
And I don't think this is like when Armada was first shown off at Toy Fair, and everybody, well, not everybody, but certain individuals were convinced that Megatron was a deluxe toy.
Wow.
I don't remember that.
Well, that
Well-
was just from secondhand pictures. These are people looking at them and saying,
Right. It's just more for the old fandom reference.
yes.
But
we
yeah,
do love them.
they were seriously saying that like some of the Voyagers look only like a little bit bigger deluxes. But again,
Well, I mean, toys are getting smaller, but there's a
Yeah.
there's a war on. The economy's
Well,
in that
and-
shit. What are you gonna do?
that and with the mecha gimmick, it's gonna go somewhere.
I'd rather pay the same price for a smaller toy than a dearer price for the toy that's the same size.
Right.
I'll have video
Worse.
back as soon as I get Phil back on. So,
All failed.
I need caffeine. I drink 3 rock stars and I need another one.
And you ran out of your cheer wine, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm out of that. There's very little caffeine in cheer wine, so
But it tastes good.
yeah, it was delicious. It was
Oh, the Allsparks just said, comment from Rep: complexity, gimmicks, and rising cost of materials combined to cause figures to be smaller while fitting their price points. So
There you
basically
go.
everything we just said.
Right. They're listening to us, you know.
Always listen to us.
We've been around the block a few times. We know what we're talking about.
amazingly.
Yeah,
That's what we have to
amazingly.
believe.
Okay, so we're back with video. There's Phil.
There we go.
Oh, and you sound so much better.
Yeah,
Wow,
you
I didn't
do.
change a darn thing, really.
Well, you sounded better for a second. No, I'm good. You're good. I'm kidding. No, you sound good. So
Awesome.
yeah, we'll be joined by Peter here shortly once he calls us from the train. Hopefully. So we noticed Allspark noted that the toys are smaller, and Hasbro confirmed that that's because of the complexity and cost of manufacturing. So
And the mech tech weapons.
yeah, complexity. Well, that's true.
Yeah, that's covered under complexity.
I dispute that. I am right.
It's interesting that they had talking points for that, so they knew going in. People are going to ask about that.
Yeah,
Like, these toys are small.
yeah, that's totally true. Okay.
Yeah, they were like.
Well, and
answered.
especially if they're as noticeably smaller as these reports are making out, you know, somebody's going to catch on to that, and they're going to need to address that. So it makes sense.
Well, thank you, Skype, for crashing on me.
Skype is awesome, isn't it?
Absolutely fantastic.
Actually, we couldn't do this without Skype.
It actually is awesome.
Yeah, there's like that Vimo, Uvu program.
Yeah, it totally did not
Like
work.
the Puerto Rican Skype
No.
or the.
See, Brian, you're a paying customer, so you can actually complain about the quality. I get Skype for free, so.
He can complain all he wants. It doesn't mean anybody's going to listen.
Well, this is true.
Okay, I'm sitting here.
Just like on the podcast.
I guess
Yeah.
in hindsight, the not Skype night was, I guess, fun. I don't know.
Yeah, it was
I don't know how to
It was-
describe
It was fun in the wrong way.
It was an adventure.
okay. Let's see here.
Much like an evening with your mom.
Oh God. So
Very good. Well done.
Hey, we've gone like 4.5 hours without me doing that once. I think we're doing pretty well.
this is true.
I have been holding myself back, okay?
Your mom's just been holding you. Okay, so as soon as Peter's on. So, what else? There's quite a bit of Star Wars news, but I don't care about Star Wars so much.
And we don't really understand Star Wars toys anyway, so.
Yeah.
Phil does, but he does not seem to be quite back with us yet.
So let me get this straight. There's a figure of a guy that was in the background of a shot that was cut.
Wow.
Yes,
So,
Probably.
several
now,
of them.
did they make a
back.
figure of Jabba, the Jabba that was cut out of the movie and replaced by the puppet?
I'm sure there is.
I have no proof, but almost certainly.
Yeah, that's basically what I would say too.
The Jabba that was cut
There
out
are
of the movie
less
replaced with a
obscure
puppet.
things to make Star Wars figures about than that.
Have they made a George Lucas figure?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, they have.
Yes, they have.
Oh God.
They have made 2 of them.
Oh God.
Oh,
Not even one.
Celebration
Awesome.
2 exclusive. They made George Sakul, which was George Lucas's head slapped onto an X-wing pilot body, and then they made a Lucas family collection, which was Lucas and his 2 daughters and his son as they appeared in Revenge of the Sith.
oh,
Oh God.
Well, there you go.
So they
Interesting.
made at least 2. I don't know if they're going to come out with another Lucas figure as his character appeared in the Clone Wars series, but he appeared, I want to say, a year or so ago. Baron Papanoida. Maybe it was 6 months ago. Whatever. They have.
gotta look
So
that
yes, they
up.
have made George
Oh,
Lucas.
George.
Well, did they do? Well, he was in Revenge too. So that's what you're saying. There was that figure set with him and his 2 daughters. Because wasn't he in that shot?
Yeah, it was his daughter I don't even remember, Katie, I think, and he were talking. They were both blue
It's
skin.
less creepy if you don't remember.
Well, here's the thing: she's now a writer on the Clone Wars, so she's gotten more Star
fair
Wars
enough, then.
that way. So she's actually a honest to God writer for the cartoon. Boy. Here, I'll find you the link of the toy set. That way you can, scream or whatever you want to do.
Marvel at it. Yeah.
We
Lear at it.
Hey, these
There-
chips aren't crunching too loud, are they?
No, it's okay.
Yeah, you're
Look
good.
for George Lucas
Mute the mic.
Family on Amazon. It's the Lucas Collector's Set. Kid you not.
Lucas. Okay.
And that picture's pretty small.
Well, I know I'm familiar with the role in the film, so it shouldn't.
Bunch of freaking nerds.
Yeah, really. I actually know too much about Star Wars. Okay, and then the separate figure. Okay, yes, so that is his character in the movie with the two his daughters, and then the son, because his son played that Padawan or whatever. Wow. So see, there you go.
And only $30.
Yeah, 30. That's not actually for yeah.
It
For
too
a,
can be yours.
For a set of 4 figures, that's actually not bad.
I'm sitting here while waiting for Weebum playing with Rodimus.
Oh! I take it back. There was also a George Lucas Stormtrooper disguise figure.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So that's
That
real.
actually sounds familiar now that you say that. Yeah.
That's cool.
Isn't he a little old to be a stormtrooper?
Hey,
Okay, he was. Wow.
That's pretty good, XP, I have to admit.
Well, it was a toss-up between short and fat, or old and fat.
Yes.
oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what about the Marvel stuff we saw today, or heard about?
Captain America
Sure,
stuff,
see it in a
Thor.
while.
Oh crap.
I think we just heard Rodimus break some more.
Oh dear.
Stress marks.
Oh,
Close
where?
enough.
The kneecap.
That's
really glad
terrible.
Rodimus
Yet I'm
is
laughing.
worked.
So that's not good. That makes me
I
very
might-
scared, Kilby.
Put it down. Put it down.
Yeah,
and step
really.
Put
away
it in
from it.
robot mode, put it on your shelf, and forget that you have it.
I think I'm going to do that, yeah, so I am never transforming this. I'm gonna wait till I get the Hasbro version.
So sad.
God, that sucks. Stress marks.
And see, it's not even as funny as it could be, because it's not like this is a robust toy that's hard to break, and Kilby just has a talent for it.
No.
You know.
This is something that, by all rights, for as long as Kilby has had it, should be in like 50 pieces on his desk.
Presumably, Kilby is not doing anything wrong here. It's just the toy's fault.
Right. I'm just saying, when you combine the toy's flimsiness with Kilby's fat-handedness, you sort of would expect that the toy would just be...
No, it's literally going on my shelf now.
And this is not really a problem Kilby can throw more money at to fix.
Right. Perhaps if
Well,
you
he could-
wrapped it in dollar bills.
While he could buy another one, it would probably do the same thing, and it wouldn't get him anywhere.
Okay.
That's the answer, Kilby. Buy another one.
I'm going to.
Just keep buying more of them until they stop breaking.
Get one that's good. Or maybe you'll get enough parts that you could like take them all apart and put a good one together.
Yes,
Okay.
that's it exactly.
Okay, so
So where's Weebo?
I'm a bastard.
we'll give him a couple
Aren't
of
we all?
minutes. So what else? What else did we cover today at the Hasbro event? GI Joe.
Mm-hmm.
What GI Joe?
12 inches coming back.
That's pretty big news.
Literally.
I don't really give two shakes about GI Joe, but I could totally buy that Starscream style jet. That would be.
Well, good luck doing that. That's probably going to be a hot seller.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like that's like something I would drop money on GI Joe for. I won't, but I could. You know, well, I can't even buy Transformers at this point, people.
I can't either. Sucks.
Yeah, you
They-
break.
I can't find
Yeah.
them. That's the problem.
Yeah, you would buy them
You
if
don't
you could find them. Yeah.
I found Scourge. And I found one. Not even one from McFeely.
All this wonderful stuff coming out lately, and what I have found is Battle in Space, and that's it.
Yeah, I found.
That's not bad though.
No, it's great, but it's also toys I already owned, so there's a certain level of disappointment even counting the fact they're really good toys.
Yeah, I get the point.
Yeah.
So let's see here. What else is going on? Well, you know,
Things are quieted down now, all right.
they have. Let's see here.
Yeah, after 4 hours, the excitement has faded slightly.
Has it been 4 hours? Yeah, it's been 4 hours. So actually, we're running close to when we were going to wrap up.
Yeah, we can totally make 5 o'clock without straining ourselves, probably.
Yeah. Just to think, last year when we had Bleebum on, we hardly knew him. Now I've slept in the same bed as him. Not at the same time.
That should get us more
Um,
viewers right there.
Look, Kilby, what happened at BotCon stays at BotCon. Just
Yeah.
You know, I make all these gay implications that are not founded at all. It's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny.
My wife would
Nice.
kill me if she heard me make those jokes.
What?
Okay, so I am officially now, for the record, I'm putting this on video while I try to get Phil back. I'm officially done with Rodimus. There's now a stress mark on his knee, very slight, that I'm putting up. So he is.
How did he get that stress mark?
I'm trying to. Okay, so you have to sort of wrap his legs into his back, sort of, kind of, something like that, to get him into car mode, and there's a very, very, very slight stress mark that was added. So he really scares me. I am, honest to God, afraid of this toy.
I would be too.
Well, it probably has something to do
I
with the
did have
fact
to
that your
grapple
wife
with the
threatens
knee.
you with it.
I mean, it's not, but it's nowhere. It's not the most expensive Transformer I've ever bought by any stretch. So I'm used to.
I think it actually is the most I've ever spent on one.
I wish it was.
Oh, except for Brave Max. Apart from Brave Max.
Oh, Brave Max was. I paid less for Brave Max. I paid.
Yeah, I got Brave Maximus for
I
less
know.
than Kilby's Rodimus.
I got Brave Max for 140 shipped when it came out.
I got mine for 130 shipped.
I got my Brave Max was one of the first releases of it. So like right when it was released, I got it from Image Anime, maybe. I don't even remember where I got it from. But it would have been way more expensive if I'd got it from Image Anime. But
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
but it was cheap, relatively speaking. I ended up selling it for over $300.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't have a lot of old or very rare stuff.
I paid $400 for a Sealed Overlord once, which, you know,
I remember I paid pounds, so I paid, I think, £200. Well, see, I paid less than the price of Rodimus for my Overlord.
wow.
I mean, it was a loose Overlord, but it was complete.
Mine was a Euro Lord. The Euro, it was Italian, I think. I wish I still had it. I sold it to Greg X.
But,
I think.
Yeah, well, no, yeah. Apart from
What?
Apart from Brave Maximus, Overlord was up until Rodimus arrived. I think the most I'd ever spent on a Transformer.
So let's see here. We're going to real quick, I guess,
Clatter, clatter, crunch.
run down. There we go. Probably should run down.
Look at Brave Maximus on eBay,
How much
and
is how
the
much?
cheapest one is $500. It has a bid. It's the only one with a bid. It is $500,
Boy.
and all the other ones are $650 to $1,200.
God almighty.
God.
There's like 6 of them only.
I regret selling that so much.
They're like
Almost
super
hell, then.
Can you imagine? Let me see. Yeah, so like, let's see here. You have 2 sealed ones. There's only 2 sealed ones being auctioned. One is for 800 and the other's for 1200, basically.
Japanese or Korean?
Oh yeah, good question.
Because mine's
Japanese.
Korean.
Mine was Japanese.
Japanese.
Mine was Japanese.
Both
I mean, they're identical. You can't tell them apart.
Well, unless they're in city mode.
How are they different then?
The Autobot symbol on the tower is upside down on the Korean one.
I didn't know that.
It is, isn't it?
Flash fact.
Is that what you have, XV, the Korean?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That is very interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, so
I forgot.
yeah.
I forgot if I ever knew that.
I never let it be said you don't learn stuff listening to the show.
Oh, you learn all kinds of things listening to our show. It's just not necessarily things you should be learning.
Yeah.
Like all the uses of your mom.
So at the beginning of this, I had mentioned that on 4chan there was a thread of who's the fattest Transformer. And I think the winner is the last post on here. Of course, the previous ones, to recap, were Unicron-style Galvatron, Revenge of the Fallen, Starscream, Metal Hawk Guy as Optimus Prime, Energon Prime, but I think the winner has to be Grandis.
Yeah.
Yep. So there you go. Just to recap
I'm sorry,
somewhere
I
that we
missed
started.
that.
This is a picture. This is a thread on 4chan toys. Someone had asked who's the fattest Transformer. So.
Well, I don't know if this is going to be of interest to anyone but me, but Art Asylum has apparently just announced they're doing Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Mini-Mates.
Wow, mini-mates.
Ooh.
Neat.
Terrific. Just terrific. I guess on New Soundwave we'll do a little bit.
Of obscure.
We'll do a little bit on Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Launch day is what, Tuesday?
Triplet's getting it, so he should be on. Well, you're getting it too.
Getting it. Heck yes.
I'm not.
Tons of fun games coming out on Tuesday, and I can't afford any of them. And I feel like an idiot for not pre-ordering Dragon Quest VI.
I was going to ask you if that was coming out. So
Yeah, that comes out Tuesday finally for first release of Dragon Quest VI in English ever.
Do you think we'll get Dragon Quest VII on the 3DS? I mean, it would have
I
no
hope
problem.
so.
Yeah, it would have no problem running that. I mean, it's just a PlayStation 1 game, but yeah, I'm excited about Dragon Quest VI.
Yeah, man, it would be nice to get 7 on the 3DS. They have done remakes of just about all of them, in a straight line up to 6 now, so I'm sure they will. If they do, I hope they do something about the pacing, because the first time I played that, it was 3 hours, I think, before I saw my first slime.
Now, did they do something? Now, question about that: have they? We haven't gotten a remake of 1, 2, and 3 recently, have we?
Not recently, no. The most recent system they came out for, Game Boy.
Game Boy Color, and I've got those.
Yeah.
Okay, so once I have that, I can actually say I have them all. Sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I would really love to see them do new versions of those, just because they could do a much nicer looking remake, and I'd like to see the modern translation team get a hold of them too.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see here.
Still waiting for Weebum.
Yeah, waiting for Weebum. Let me ping real quick. Ping the Weebum. So again, hey, if you're curious what you're watching, this is the RFC coverage, Radio Free Cybertron for the noobs. Coverage of Toy Fair 2011. We are actually Toy Fair 2011, the Hasbro presentation, which is what we have been interested in, is now done. So we're pretty much just now waiting to hear from Weebum, who is actually there, just to get his first-hand account for what's on. Hey, Ender's on. Ender's in the chat. He's talking about Battle Beast. Sweet. JD, now is your chance.
Yeah. For what?
You're trying to get a hold of Ender?
Oh, yeah. And he didn't email me back, so,
Hey, Ender,
What if-
if you're there, email JD back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's my money?
Yeah. So
Big hold up.
But we're just now waiting to hear back from Weeboom, who can give us, like I said, a one first eye account on what's been going on. But most of the news that we got that we cared about was the biggest thing really that happened all day was the BotCon coverage of the Dark of the Moon toys, which they posted really good shots of the stuff coming out, and really, I'm really impressed with Dark of the Moon, and that's the first time I can ever say that about a movie line. It looks really good. Kim will hate it because it'll take a big dent out of our bank account, but I will probably actually be picking up Dark of the Moon toys. And I don't think the only two toys I picked up for the first movie were Bumblebee, both versions, and Barricade. Nothing else, not a single other toy did I pick up. So,
I didn't buy any toys from the first movie
at all. Well, you were completely out of Transformers at that point.
I see the
because
first
of the movie.
Yeah.
The first movie, I bought a ton. I went to Target like the day they opened with the figures. Like I was there at opening and like bought like one of everything.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't do that.
I didn't do that for the second movie.
So
The release over here was a very staggered release for the first movie over here, as I recall. The only things that were actually out the day of the launch was Real Deal Robots. I bought them all, of course, but it took a while for the deluxes. First, I think it was first the Voyagers, and then the deluxes to creep in. But then with Revenge of the Fallen, everything landed at once, and I had to be very selective.
So, actually, how about this? Let's just make this plan. If we don't hear back from Weeboom in like the next 10 minutes, we can wrap things up and actually just reconvene on RFC on Wednesday. So, let's just do a quick recount. And actually, since it's been a while since we talked about it, again, just sort of recap. Transformers Prime, the first episode proper, debuted yesterday, and we saw that. Well, without going into too many spoiler territories here, we saw the debut of Skyquake, which was previously announced. What did everyone think about the Skyquake character?
He was big.
It was the Jetfire Omega Supreme love child.
You know what I thought about when I saw him, and not that it necessarily I don't know what it was that really led me in that direction. He
doesn't even know.
Depth charge. For some reason, he just struck me as depth charge. Jack from T-Formers just said that they're taking pics now, and they'll have official images at 6 p.m. Eastern. We won't be streaming at that point, I don't think, but that will be on at tformers.com and toynewseye.com. So
nice.
Pictures are being taken. I guess it's going to be Jay who's doing those. And we'll have, just make sure to check out T-Formers, check out Twitter for an update on that, and Facebook. Actually, if you're not a fan of T-Formers on Facebook, you should do that. It's facebook.com/tformerscom. Someone took tformers.com, or T-Formers, but tformerscom. And RFC is available on Twitter at facebook.com/tfradio. So, let's see here. So, what was I talking about?
What do you think of Skyquake?
Yeah, transfer. Yeah, for some reason he just struck me as depth charge, who is kind of almost iffy in his allegiance anyway. I mean, he was definitely a Maximal because he hated Predacons for the most part, but he was just really driven by his conviction to kill Rampage. It's just that Skyquake's allegiance was kind of iffy, I guess, so to speak. So,
well,
I didn't get that at all.
I didn't think so. I thought he was pretty loyal.
He was, but he didn't just. He wasn't mindless, and he. It almost seemed that he would side with Prime, except for the fact that his honor dictated, because he had he had aligned himself with Megatron, and his honor, he was sort of honor bound to stick with him. That's kind of what I got. I mean, but I may be totally wrong. I was carrying on a conversation with my wife at that point.
I couldn't read that much into it. I just felt like he was, everybody was talking to him. I don't know. There was just like so much assumed in his character build up, and we had like barely met this guy. Like this guy had been on screen for, I don't know, less than a minute, and Prime is talking to him, and I don't know. It just seemed like he seemed like I guess he's a classic conflicted character.
Yeah.
But there just wasn't enough to him for me to like buy it into any of any of what he was saying. Like there's no weight in his words.
Yeah.
And there was no like.
We'll get into
I
it
just
on.
couldn't get it.
We'll get into it on our
I just met
SC. We
this
don't.
guy,
We don't want to
but-
spoil too much. And like McFeely just popped out his
No, I don't
headphones.
want to too much. I'm just saying, I don't know. I had some problems with it. I mean, I guess I would agree with the show as it was presented. I guess I couldn't just read into as much of him as you did. I'll say that.
Yeah, but
Just based on what we actually saw.
yeah. But so yeah, that happened, and we of course the big news of the week is we got official images of the Prime toys, and I think they're gorgeous, and they were actually shown at Toy Fair today. Nothing new as far as new toys, but we got official images. We actually got to see in person the stuff that was shown there. Let's see here. What else was covered today? There's lots of stuff at toynewseye.com. Actually, let's do this. If you haven't gone over to Toy News Eye, there's quite a bit going on. They live blogged the events, and I probably am assuming that there's more of that there. So let's take a quick look at toynewseye.com. We get to see the first look at Bandai's Thundercats Classics line, which I hate to say, but looks pretty good. It doesn't necessarily look like the Thundercats that I know, because Chitara kind of is, mostly, she's female and she has a staff. Actually,
did you see the test footage for that?
Did she even have a staff in the Thundercats?
Yes.
She did.
Yep.
I mean,
There's test footage of that show now.
Really?
Yeah, it's out. I just linked it in the chat for our live chatters.
The Thundercats packaging looks really nice, I do have to admit. And the Thunder Tank looks pretty nice there. But 4-inch basic Lion-O. The Classics Thundercats 8-inch figures, that does look pretty sweet. So I do have to say I like that. But check out again toynewseye.com for all the latest. There's a live blog of what went down today. A long, comprehensive list of all of the stuff. So check that out for more detail. For things that we necessarily didn't want to talk about, because we're not all huge fans regarding all these other lines. Again, one thing I thought was interesting, and this came from yesterday, it was pictures of the Green Lantern stuff. So we have like really weird looking Green Lanterns that I don't even know who they are, but we have an Eben Sur here, who looks pretty nice. If you're a Green Lantern fan, it's sort of interesting how they what the figures are actually going to look like. I guess the paint job on the plastic here is sort of to represent the energy, the electronic nature, not electronic, the magic energy nature of the show. But look at these different. This is like the Batman line, where you have 50 different versions of the same toy. So you have all these different versions of Hal Jordan. You have I don't know what in the hell these are supposed to be.
Oh, those.
I think it's always a bit inescapable when you have a franchise based around one character.
Yeah, it really is. But you have Tomar Ray. I mean, that's Tomar Ray is pretty awesome.
What's really amusing me with the Green Lantern line is the the vehicles, like the Green Lantern energy jet that transforms into a Green Lantern energy tank.
Really? Wow.
Just because what?
Because we need vehicles, man. We need vehicles. Oh, interesting. The pack. Oh, I guess that's the packaging, right?
Yeah. Here's
Packaging's interesting. Sure is green.
Yeah.
How about that?
I'll be honest with you, and I may be totally wrong on this, but as far as a toy line, I don't expect the Green Lantern line to have legs.
Oh no, it has fail
No.
written all over it.
Yeah, it's completely failed.
Yeah. Well, the movie toy line. I mean, that was going to happen no matter what.
By design, you know.
Here are the Walking Dead figures that we were talking about earlier.
I guess I don't know. I would expect the Captain America toys to maybe sell somewhat better. I don't know. Maybe.
My problem with the Walking Dead stuff is that it's McFarlane, so invariably they're going to be kind of crappy figures. Sorry, I know to the McFarlane fans out there, I know that's sacrilege, but I do not care for McFarlane stuff. There's no toyness in it. It's just like it's a slightly posable statue. I just,
Yeah.
don't really care for McFarlane stuff.
I haven't bought McFarlane stuff in probably 15 years.
Yeah, but here's they're actually one thing that's interesting is there's a I don't know if this I'm assuming that this isn't just a South thing. It's like the WWE figures are like center stage. I mean, that's like one of the most prominent toys on the toy aisle. Is that the case everywhere that you guys are seeing?
Yeah, they have a huge presence. They have like their whole. Well, I'm sure it's standardized in Toys R Us, but they have virtually a whole aisle to themselves. Still.
Yeah.
That's weird. It's weird that the WWE has one of the most prominent toy lines, going today. I mean, as a kid, those figures really, really sucked. I mean, even as a kid, I didn't like those figures.
Yeah, there was only one line of figures. I mean, now they have like these basically, the equivalent of, I guess, Superhero Squad, Robot Hero type QC figures, and then they have the Masterpiece figures, and then they have the standard $10 figure. So yeah, they really branched out. It was interesting. Related to that, I heard Vince McMahon do his earnings call with the media, I guess a week ago or so, and so they highlighted toys as one of the big successes that they've had in the last year, despite quote talent challenges. So I think he was admitting, the actual star power that the WWE has is kind of lacking right now, but they do so well with their toy business that it's helped compensate. So it was interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, so just keep, for all the toy news, just keep checking out toynewseye.com. There's, like I said, a lot of stuff. For Transformers-centric news, though, tformers.com is really the place to go. I mean, there's a live blog dedicated just to Transformers from today. And Jay is taking pictures of all of the Hasbro stuff, and that will be online here. Jack is saying probably within an hour and a half, so just expect a lot of stuff here in the next little while. And we'll link to it. So I guess that pretty much wraps it up, doesn't it, guys? There's not a whole lot left.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
it was a good day.
That was fun.
It was great. Yeah,
it's been really great. So like I said, check out to find all our shows. Go to tfradio.net. What shows do we have? We have Fanboy Versus, which is our comic book show. Superhero Time, which is our Mighty Morphin. Yes, exactly. Live tomorrow at 4:30. This time tomorrow. Go to tfradio.net/live to watch Fanboy Versus, starring Chris McFeely, JD Church, Chris Triplett, and Nicole Hale. And tomorrow is the 1-year anniversary episode, which will have a huge announcement. So it is really huge.
Yeah. Tossing some confetti for you guys. There you go.
That's awesome.
Yay!
We have Superhero Time, which is our Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Super Sentai podcast. It's hosted by XV. It's actually, even if you don't like that stuff, which that's kind of me, I think it's pretty awesome. Of course, we have Radio Free Cybertron, which is our flagship show. It's hosted by me. Hey. And it's the original Transformers Internet radio show. And it's pretty awesome, I have to admit. And let's see here. We have New Soundwave, which is our first
video game podcast.
It was our original spinoff. It was the second show that we came up with. It's the video game podcast. It's really good, hosted by John DeLuna. It typically has me. That may change soon. XV, Rob Springer, who is not here but is awesome. Peter Bleebum, who was at giving us updates today at Toy Fair, and Amy Morgan, Lady Wreck, is sometimes on there. Actually, we just have a new show, which is 2099 bitmapped. It stars David Ellis and Lady Wreck, and it's kind of a recap show to recap 2099, the 2099 universe from Marvel Comics. It's new. So check that out. We don't actually have a page or a feed for it yet, but as soon as we have a few more episodes under its belt, we will. and get the Skinny, which is our, I guess,
Occasional.
occasional. We haven't had a chance to record it really. Occasional skeptics look at diet and weight loss. That's with JD Church and myself, and that has that's it's new, it's growing, it's pretty popular already. It's you should check it out. It's at gettheskinny.org. And we also have Outside the Cage, which is a wrestling and MMA podcast, which stars Gabe Owens and Alan Young, and of course we have RFC Throwback. Yes, which is like
Another occasional
show. It's kind of like a pet project between XV and myself, where since RFC was off air for probably about 4 years, we go back and sort of fill in the gaps with crazy, fake, fictitious shows that supposedly took place, but actually really didn't. So, pretty awesome.
It's the concept show.
But yeah, and of course you can watch us live at tfradio.net/live. We post all our shows at YouTube, and you can find all those links at tfradio.net. So we'd like to thank Jack and Bleebum and Jay for being there at Toy Fair today with live coverage. It's been we've really appreciated them. We've been associated with T-Formers for over a year now, and we really appreciate everything you guys do. It's awesome. So they've really helped us reach a wider audience, and hopefully it's been mutually beneficial. But we really appreciate them. So I guess that's it. Any closing thoughts, guys? Before...
And of course, thanks to our chat audience for hanging around.
Yes, thank you for the chat.
Mhm.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for being around and actually caring. That's the cool part. I mean, I don't even care, and I'm doing it. And you can chat live at tfradio.net/live during the shows. If you actually want to go and be there by yourself, feel free, like between shows. But we have an active chat room, and it's always fun to interact and hate tracks. And thank you absolutely to the chat. So we're a little bit short this year. Less going on this year than last. Still, though, it's a movie year, so it's really movie dominated. So not a lot of surprises there. But again, thank you for watching. Thank you for being there. And that will be it for our 2011 coverage. Join us Wednesday when we'll come back. We'll have Peter on, and we'll actually talk more with first-hand accounts, and check out Toy News Eye and tformers.com here in the next hour and a half for pictures, and we will be tweeting those out as they come out. Guys, anything
Before
else?
you go,
Yes.
I just want to say thanks to you guys for having me again.
Phil, yes. You need to tell us more about ASM Zine before you head out.
Yeah, ASM Zine will probably have a lot of the same coverage that T-Formers and Toy News Eye will have. So I'm not going to say don't go to one, because that would just be really rude of me.
Go to asmzine.com. It's pretty awesome anyway. I look at
But,
you still have the archives up of the old stuff?
Not yet. I'm working on migrating everything into one cohesive site, which is really difficult, seeing as everything was hand-built by and coding.
Don't I know it?
Trying to move that into a content management system, not easy. But so when are you guys starting the home and garden podcast? You seem to have everything else covered. The flowering, the vegetable growing.
We've tossed around the idea of doing like a cooking show podcast too.
Yeah,
We could.
We could. That's doable.
we're not gonna.
No,
Yeah, because we have like jobs.
we have the
Yeah.
technology, we just don't have the interest.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Yeah. Check out ASM Zine. There's ASM Zine's great. Who all is still working there? I mean, who all still does work? I mean, it used to be a Doug was there and Thai was there. I mean,
Doug, I think, has been taken over by World of Warcraft.
and
so
beer.
sad.
I haven't seen him really in ages. We've got Daniel and Amy there.
Awesome.
Actually, Matt is at the Hasbro presentation with Amy right now.
Awesome. Cool.
So they are going to be providing pictures. Daniel will be there tomorrow. We got Lego coverage. We've got Mattel coverage. We've got Bandai. We've got much more than Transformers, much more than Hasbro, although Hasbro is our bread and butter. That's what we like the most. I'm the guy running the blog. I'm going to try to get actual reviews up there, but it's a labor of love. It's a labor of hatred sometimes as well. But anybody who's ever run a site knows what I'm talking about. But yeah,
Yes.
so coverage is going to be at toyfair11.asmzine.com. Our blog is asmzine.com/geekly-rewind. That's as in weekly rewind, but with the G as a W. And I should think of a better catchphrase than that because that's really sucks.
I like it.
But yeah, so thanks to T-Formers and Toy News Eye for having me on. Been a lot of fun. I should join you more often than just once a year, I think.
Anytime, Phil. You're awesome. We love you. Okay.
Cheers.
So I guess that's it. Everyone out there watching, we'll see you later. Check us out.
We have had one other guest, but
yes, and RAC.
Hi.
He doesn't have video up. RAC, thank you for being here.
my pleasure. And if you want to see more of me and XV blathering about toys, you can come to figurereviews.com. And in a couple of weeks, we're going to have our big 6th anniversary. We've been doing this for 6 years now,
Wow.
actually more.
Yeah.
We started reviewing like October the previous year, and we've got a nice feature called Unfinished Business. All the reviews had fell through the cracks, and we didn't get around to doing, and just basic procrastinating laziness conquered. That we're going to go back and do them.
Awesome. That's really awesome. Cool.
And just as a side note, I've also been working on a site with my brother for the last 6 months. It's called Flailthroughs at flailthroughs.blogspot.com.
What is that? What is that?
Well, the tagline says it all. We play games in Japanese. We can't read Japanese, so
It's actually really entertaining. I've been reading this since they started.
Yeah, and we have, just for example, we've done a complete playthrough of Pokemon Black, which will be out in English in about a month. And I've also played a couple other random RPGs and have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm having a fun time with it.
That's awesome. I love that. That's cool. Okay, cool.
What's that site again? I misheard you. I didn't quite catch that. What's the site?
That is Flailthroughs, one word, .blogspot.com. I will post a link
Fantastic.
in the chat if nobody minds too hard.
Awesome. Cool. Okay. Well,
Sure.
guys, we'll see you next year.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Thanks for having me.
See ya.
Depends how interested you are.